Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Cody and welcome to Split Screen. So I wanted to make a video reviewing the brand new Resident Evil 7 DLC that came out on the PS4 today. It's called the Banned Footage Volume 1, but before I get started with that review, I wanted to let all of you Resident Evil fans know that I just got a press release from Capcom regarding upcoming DLC for the game, and it looks like we're going to be getting the second DLC, Banned Footage Volume 2, on February 14th. That DLC is going to be a little bit more expensive than the one we have now, which is $9.99. Banned Footage Volume 2 is going to be available on February 14th for $14.99, and it's going to include two new scenarios, one titled 21, where you play a deadly game of chance with Lucas Baker, and the other one's called Daughters, and it's supposed to take a look a little bit deeper at the Baker's backstory. It also includes an additional mode called Jack's 55th Birthday, which is sort of a time trial race against the clock sort of thing. Now, with all that news out of the way, let's get into some information about Banned Footage Volume 1. So if you're watching this video, you probably want to know, hey, does this DLC suck, or is it worth the $10 to pick it up on the store? Well, in my opinion, if you enjoyed the base game of Resident Evil 7, I think you guys should definitely pick this up and give it a shot. Both of the new scenarios put you in the shoes of Clancy, who was the cameraman for the Swamp Gators. You may remember him from the main story. Well, anyways, the first tape, called Bedroom, is more of a traditional puzzle type thing, similar to how the birthday tape plays out, but it's much more in depth, and I got a lot of enjoyment out of it just trying to figure out sort of the really complex, complicated puzzles. Once I sort of got my bearings and understood sort of the mechanics behind everything, it went pretty quickly, but I would definitely play it again to see if there was anything that I missed. Overall, it's a nice little addition to the game. Now, moving on from that, we're going to look at what I consider to be the biggest draw of this DLC, which is the Nightmare mode. You also play as Clancy in this mode, but instead of solving a bunch of puzzles, you're thrown into the basement, and it's your job to kick as much molded ass as possible. You do this by collecting salvage, which can be generated by these generators on the map, and then you can purchase weapons, skill upgrades, healing items, and ammunition. Now, this is sort of a never-ending horde mode, or you survive at least until the morning, and I haven't made it very far yet. You know, I've only played with the DLC a couple of hours, and to be honest, I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I can see myself putting a ton of time into this. It very much reminds me of the Mercenaries without the co-op aspect, and overall, I think this is the biggest draw to the game. It sort of adds an action element that wasn't there previously in sort of the main game, and overall, I think it does nothing but improve the experience. There's also a third mode called Ethan Must Die, and this is designed for the hardcore fans of the game. If you guys think that Madhouse difficulty speedruns are too easy, then this is the mode for you. Everything about this mode is incredibly difficult. I only played it for about an hour, but I can see myself having a lot of fun with this. Basically, it's a roguelike version of Resident Evil, where everything is sort of randomly generated in terms of items in boxes, and there are no save points, you only have one life, and basically every enemy that I encountered killed me in one hit. So, you know, it was incredibly frustrating, but it was also frustrating in a good way, to where I was like, hey, you know, I'm going to play it a little bit more and see if I can get a little bit further. So like I said, if you're a hardcore fan and you want, you know, the ultimate challenge, then I think this will be right up your alley. So overall, my verdict for Banned Footage DLC 1 is that I think that if you enjoyed Resident Evil 7 and you're wanting something more from the experience, then you guys should do yourself a favor and pick this up. It's only $9.99. Now, if you bought Resident Evil 7 just to sort of get through the story and learn what was going on, and you're not really interested in adding anything to that, then I would probably pass this one up and wait for another DLC to see if there's something with a little bit more substantial content. Because while the content in this DLC is incredibly replayable, you know, there isn't a whole lot there. It's more so based on, you should like these activities and repeat them instead of, here's a large chunk of content. But anyways, that's my opinion on it. If you guys picked it up and you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments down below. And if you didn't like the DLC, let me know that as well. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It's always appreciated here. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for the latest Resident Evil 7 news, reviews, guides, and entertainment. My name is Cody, and I know I sound like one of the bakers, so I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good day.